This is a park and ride. It's literally just a parking lot. Anyways, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. I think it's going to be about why cars are the best transportation for cities. Anyways, this is a parking lot dedicated to transit users. It's here so that people can drive to a station, transfer to transit, and complete their trip. Like bikes, feeder buses, and our own legs, it's another form of last-mile transportation. Although, arguably, our own legs and bikes can be used for full trips as well. Although, that's aside from the point. Park and rides are particularly common in areas where surrounding transit connections are poor. They're often put in place to help facilitate transit use for people who are just out of reach of the transit, or at least in the most convenient way possible. Welcome to TransitCGY, a channel about urbanism, transit, and how it all plays a part in our cities. While often being criticized by urbanists for encouraging the use of cars and also being large, ugly, and a waste of space, park and rides can be a genius way for cities to set aside land for future use. And since land surrounding transit stations is, in most cities, classified as a core area, park and rides can be developed into the highest levels of density permitted. In fact, all that's left is for the transit agency to put up its park and ride for sale, attach a minimum required level of density required for development, and watch the buildings materialize, all while the transit agency collects fares from all the riders attracted by this new density, and the ridership score goes up. So then what gives? Why do park and rides seem to last forever? If they're such valuable pieces of land, why do transit agencies hold on to them for so long? A common example would be that park and rides near freeways that extend outside of the agency's coverage enable riders who live in areas with no transit connection to drive to the nearest park and ride, take transit to their final destination, and settle down. In Calgary, North Point, Saddletown, Rundle, Douglas Glen, Mackenziestown, Somerset Bridlewood, Chinook, 69th Street, and Crowfoot are great examples of park and rides that would attract users from outside the city due to their proximity to popular, large corridors used to commute into Calgary. With that in mind, it is up to the city to remove and develop the remaining park and rides that don't serve as connection points to bedroom communities and have them developed into valuable pieces of land with communities and density surrounding transit. A quick interjection here, I did do some further digging and found that the city seems to be interested in looking into redeveloping portions of the park and ride sites at Dalhousie, Fish Creek Lacombe, and Anderson Station, the last of which has been in discussion since 2007, so as we know, great progress is being made. The city launched public engagement studies in June of this year, so it seems as though progress is being made. Anyways, back to the video. Agencies can also justify the removal of park and rides by expanding the primary transit network surrounding them, whether by increasing frequencies on local bus service or adding more additional rapid transit in those areas. That could, if done effectively, feed into existing infrastructure. So if you're watching this and you want to see the remaining park and rides being redeveloped and repurposed, contact your city councilors, involve yourself with lobby groups, have discussions with other individuals and people. The more people talking, the bigger the conversations, the better, and the more likely change is actually to be enacted. If you, by chance, are a representative in a planning committee or government, take action. Study the park and rides around your agency's transit and have conversations with individuals in these municipalities and transit agencies about repurposing this land for density and housing. In a time period where housing and living space will only increase in demand, contacting the right people and getting the ball rolling on replacing these parking lots is a great start. Regardless, as always, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to hit those like and subscribe buttons. I'm always down to chat in those comments right there. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.